All right. Welcome back to More FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars on the team, the king himself, Mr. Corey. How are you, big dog?
Doing good, my man. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I feel like we have a series that we're going to need to put together for this Two Rivers community, but we're going to start by
It
breaking it
is.
down. Like, you will not need to go anywhere else but this channel right here to understand the ins and outs of these communities. So with that being said,
Yep.
Corey, let's break this thing off. Two Rivers, Zephyrhills. Let's go.
We should really get a Netflix show as a series for this Two Rivers. Netflix Two Rivers
We'll
by
have to
More
get Jordan
FLA.
out there. Dong, Two Rivers, a community with wildlife and
That's what
nature.
it is. And that's really what it is. It is a massive community that's going to expand from Pasco County all the way into Hillsborough County. They've been building here for a little over a year now. DR Horton and Lennar have their section in the north. And what has just opened most recently is the west section of Two Rivers, which they're calling the club area, the Landing. We have over, I think it's 7 builders in this section alone, from Homes by West Bay, Taylor Morrison, MI Home, Pulte, and these builders brought their A game to this community. They brought new floor plans, they brought higher end interior finishes, and they're going to be really competitive all in this one section over here. And it's, even though it is a master plan community, 5,000 homes, they all have their own little neighborhoods. So there's Tamarack, there's Riles Field, there's Hammock, Fairwood, and each builder has its own little kind of private getaway from the rest of the community.
What do you think, right? Because we're getting a lot of calls on this community. We're going to give you guys a full
Mm-hmm.
breakdown. We're going to give you home tours. So relax. We're even going to show you some deals. But from me to you, right? Like, we do a lot of business in multiple master plan communities. Is there one
Yep.
that you could maybe pinpoint as like, this is the direction that Two Rivers is potentially going in, so we can see what like the future would look like? Because it looks like a lot of land developing, right? But like, what do
Yep.
you think the end result's going to look like, Two Rivers?
I think it's going to look similar, but a newer version of Waterset in Apollo Beach. Because they
Okay.
do have plans to develop a school. They do have commercial space coming into the area. Waterset is much like Two Rivers, does have ponds and conservation views. It's very thoughtfully laid out. But like you said, this is just the next generation of what they're doing there. So they're going above and beyond with
Exactly.
this one. We're talking the country's first 35-acre surf park,
That's
world renowned
nuts.
Scottish. It's crazy, right? And where's it going when it comes to the United States? Going to Zephyrhills, right?
Of course.
So we got the surf park coming. We got a world renowned Scottish architect building an 18-hole championship course inside this community on the south section, where they're going to have multi-million-dollar homes. It's going to be a pretty crazy community. And even if you're walking through looking at model homes like we have been over the weekends, it's packed. People are out. People in Wesley Chapel that have lived in the other master plan communities are kind of interested to see what this next best thing is going to be. And that's actually what I think it is going to be. I think it is going to be the newest and best master plan community in the Wesley Chapel, North Suburb, Tampa area.
I agree. I think we can see that by, the amount of reach outs that we are getting. By the way, team at morefla.com is
Mm-hmm.
right underneath Corey's beautiful face. That's the best way to reach us right there. Reach out before you talk to the builders. Do not be one of those people that are asking questions after you're under contract. Legally, we cannot do anything about that, okay? Before you talk to the builder. Now,
All
what
right.
you said that really stood out to me is you brought up all of these builders, which we've done a good amount of business with over the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
We put them at a really high tier level of builder, but they're really competing with each other. So we're going to have a lot of fun just going to the community and saying, you know what, let's
Yes.
peek here, let's peek there. You know how we do our thing, right? But that's going to be fun because usually you'll have one or two builders kind of running the area that's doing a good job. Everybody else more of a value builder.
Yes.
We're going to see a lot of good competition here.
And so a lot of these reps that have moved into this community for the builders, we already have established relationships with from the other communities that we've worked with them in. So we're kind of getting some of the insight and the first knowledge on what's to come from these builders. But I did speak to one rep this weekend, and they have been already selling there, and she's a little bit nervous about Taylor Morrison coming in because their product is going to be top notch and very competitive to what they're selling. So we know that all of these builders, you should see some of these models that we're even going to check out today. They're
Yeah.
they're new finishes, stuff that their company hasn't even offered before. They're bringing to this community because it's going to be a very exclusive place to live. And there, it does come with some fees, like all master plan communities. So we can just hurdle that right now. Today, we're going to be looking at MI Homes. Their little neighborhood is called Shortgrass. You're going to have around $70 a month for the HOA fee. You're going to have right around $2,000 to $2,600 a year for the CDD. Comes out to around $200 a month in the average. And then you're also going to have a club fee, and this is going to be for the amenity center that they call the Landing. The Landing is going to have a premier fitness center. It's going to have a 6-lane lap pool, a lagoon-style pool with the slide tower, tennis courts, pickleball courts, a lawn event center, and it's going to be exclusive to all of the people that live in this section, the west section of Two Rivers. So
The west
the
section
whole
is like
entire
the
the
prime,
west.
right? That's your
That's what you think,
Wagyu.
but there's more to come. That's what it is. It's Wagyu over there. You can go to the north section, and there's two different amenity centers, but they can't come into the Landing section over here. And there is going to be a restaurant in there. There's a ton of different things that's going to be here, and they're going to have events for the community as well that are specific to the homeowners in this section. So it's
So
going to be a very private kind of club that people are going to want to be a part of.
the Landing. All right, so I want to show everybody this lot map right here, right? You have 50, 60, 65-foot lots. That's the width of the lots. We can get into that a whole nother video for you, but
Yes.
conservation, water, pond, nature, right? Like you said, they've put a lot of thought into the layout. You're seeing these curvy, windy roads. They're not these straight, parallel, perpendicular roads that get real boxy and mundane, and it feels like that cookie cutter feel. This right here is what you want to see if you want to live in a community that offers the Landing as your amenity center.
You're
So
right. You're right. And they probably could have doubled the amount of homes that they're putting in all of Two Rivers. But when they purchased the land from the previous owners who owned the farmland, they wanted to keep this conservation. And it's kind of important for just the natural process of the rain, getting into the ground. Like that's kind of all of that farmland was hundreds and hundreds of acres before. So building concrete roads on that kind of messes up, the ecosystem a little bit there with all the water. Where does it go? Where is it going to be retained? But that's the thoughtful process they put into, hey, let's retain some of the land so that the natural process can still happen here.
all right, so I gave everybody a little kind of visual of location wise because you are Zephyrhills, but I would say, although it feels like you're getting a little further away from Tampa, most people in Wesley Chapel or in that area, they're in Wesley Chapel for a reason because they don't really want to do too much
Yes.
in Tampa. And so I would say you have
Mm-hmm.
just about every amenity that Wesley Chapel offers as close to you, if not closer, than people that live in Wesley Chapel. So you're
Correct.
totally fine, people. Relax.
That's
All
it.
right.
You're shot down the road on State Road 56 right into the heart of Wesley Chapel. It's about a 15-minute drive.
All right, what I'm looking at right here, we're going to tour this home.
Mm-hmm.
You already know, this is my home right here, right? Single story rant.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Single story ranch style home. We're in the 3,000 square foot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in love. Let's take a look at it. You talk about the process. MI as a builder, we typically see them as a move up at minimum. Typically, that semi
Yeah.
custom level 3 builder in our books. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And you can do both kind of purchases with them. You can come in and purchase a spec or inventory home where the builder is going to design it all the way for you, pick the lot, do all in pricing for the home, and you can come and purchase the home that they've designed for you, or you can do the to be built option. And with MI Homes, a lot of people like to do that to be built because there's so many different customizations you can put on the home for each specific buyer. But it's a pretty routine and simple process. It's kind of broken down into like 5 different components when you purchase the home. You have the base price of the home, which is going to be the floor plan that you choose. They have over a dozen floor plans in this MI Homes section of the community. So you're going to pick your base price, then you're going to add on to that the exterior of the home or the elevation you'll see on a lot of the websites. That's going to be the front of the homes, the pitches of the roof, different windows, whether it has a patio, if there's stone on it, shutters, a couple different options there. And then you're going to also have your lot premium or your home site premium. We can see these range in this community anywhere from $15,000 up to about $75,000 for the lot premium. So there's a wide range of there, but you'll see that most of the lots they're pretty nice when you're going to come through
For
here.
sure.
Then you'll have your structural upgrades to the home. So do you want to have the tandem garage, or do you want to have that as a bedroom and a 2-car? Do you want to do 8-foot sliders or a 12-foot slider? 8-foot doors? Do you want to have a tub in this bathroom, or do you want it to be a walk-in shower? We can go over the whole list of the structural options that they offer for you. See what's going to be important to you. See what you can leave off, maybe, if you want to save some money when you're going through your design process, because building one of these homes can get expensive if you're just shooting fish in a barrel. Like, I want that, I want
Oh,
that, I
and
want
you
that.
will, right? And I always have to remind our
And you
clients,
will.
right? I'm like, hey, look, we did a good job. We got you a great deal, but it's not done yet. It's design studio time. So a word of advice: when you go to the design studio, we always tell our people, yes, fall in love, but then do not finalize anything there. Go to sleep at night and then wake up the next day and then finalize everything, because there are going to be some things that you could
Exactly.
probably live without, right? Now, if you're somebody that's like, I don't care, here's the checkbook, like, 3-4 million, let's go for it. By all means, go for it. But if you're running a
Yep.
little thin on, options and stuff, then make sure that you can go to bed and wake up and then make your full decision.
Absolutely. And that's something we've been able to help our clients with, is going through these options and structural options of the home. One of our most recent clients was looking at a tray ceiling in the home, just in the entryway, in the hallway. It was around $1,200 for that structural upgrade to the home. We dug into it a little bit more, asked about how that was built. Was the tray ceiling built down from the ceiling height, or was it built into the ceiling to give it a higher elevation? We come to find out it's bringing the ceiling down a foot. So why are we paying $1,200 to decrease our ceiling height? Let's go ahead and not do that tray, because how it's constructed
Yep.
doesn't really give you what you're looking for. Now, when the tray is able to go up, yeah, maybe you can. That
Get
option
more
is a little bit
ceiling
better for
height.
you.
It's
So
not just an
decreasing to get
aesthetic.
your ceiling
Yeah.
height. Exactly. So that we do help with that. And just to go back to the purchase process, the last part of that is what you said, the design studio that you will go to after you do all of the structural options and sign the contract. The design studio is where you can get really pricey, but here's a great part about Two Rivers. All of these builders have brought their high end products, so all of their standard features have increased as well.
They're competing.
So we have this is the whole list of the standard features from MI Homes. And now some of these include the barrel tile roofs. That's going to be an included standard feature. That's zero upgrade when you're designing the home, which is normally going to be $40,000-$50,000 upgrade to the home. You're going to get the tankless water heater. That's now just a standard feature. The roof radiant barrier, standard feature. So if you're designing a home, you can go with some of the standard options. If the level 1 flooring is a tile that you like and it's a $0 to upgrade it, get the standard flooring. You can kind of
Yes.
make the home more affordable by what they're going to offer you in this community. So I think it's great that their standard options are now a lot higher end than what we've seen in some of the surrounding communities that they've been in previously.
And I will say this, because of everybody bringing their best A game, these builders, right, and really
Yep.
maximizing their potential as a builder, you will be able to do a lot more in the design studio. We've been noticing that there are some communities that have to hold you back a little bit because appraisals. We've ran into appraisal issues. Out here, I don't think you're going to
Mm-hmm.
run into many appraisal issues because all of
Right.
the lots are going to look great. All of the builders are doing a great job. It's not comparing D.R. Horton to an MI Homes, right? Like, you're competing Taylor
Mm-hmm.
Morrison, all of these tier 3 and up builders that we have in our book are going to be out here. So, yeah, I mean, you could swing for the gates if you want to out here.
You can. And these builders are fresh into this community. They are motivated to sell. I believe at the end, you're going to bring up some of the homes that they have available, and you'll see that the price drops that they're already doing, because they're inventory homes. They want to move through those pretty quickly. And I know right now that we can get any of our buyers at least a very minimum $40,000 off in that design studio,
Yep.
and maybe potentially even more. So when you're going to that design upgrade, you have at least just a little bit of a grace there to take some of the pain off when you go through all your purchases. But in addition to that, we can get money from the preferred lenders too. I know at least up to $25,000 in closing cost assistance and rate buydowns.
Check this out right here. $105,000 off. Now,
Woo-wee.
we were talking about the design studio. If you follow the channel, then you know how we operate, right? Like, the spec
Mm-hmm.
homes, which are already built, predetermined, those are the ones that we've been able to get the best deals. So if hunting for a great deal is in like your book of what you want to do right now, there's a good chance that this is how the home will look when you find it, right? So it won't be fully completed, but as you saw, $100,000 off of a home, this is where we can really strike at. Now, if you're going to the design studio, you're building from scratch, it's not that low-hanging fruit that the builder typically wants to, make that quick sale on. So it's a little more difficult to get something like $100,000 off of a home, but like Corey's saying, hey, we can take you and get more money in the design studio. We can really take advantage of the lot premiums. Like there's so much that we really work with on the back end, but I wanted to show them this because these are homes that we're already sending people. We're putting together lists for them to take a look at so they can see the lot, the finishes. Like this one right here, you get to actually see what the elevation is looking like, but it's not fully completed yet. So this could be potentially something that you're taking advantage of on the spec side. You got the spindles. It's still decent finishes.
I agree. And these builders are going to be very competitive in this community. We had someone reach out to us recently that was looking to build with one. She knows exactly what floor plan she wants from one of the builders. They gave her a little price out on it. I think it was around 1.1 million, maybe a little bit more. But I came over to this section and found this home right here, actually, a comparable home, 1,000 square feet more, and it might come in under the price of 1.1 million. I think some of the upgrades will be very pleasing to her as well. But it's just something that we will do for our clients. If you know that there's something you like, we will search for maybe something better, something comparable, but at a better price, or in a better community that has better interest rates or better closing costs, and at least give you the option. So if you, at the end of the day, and you know what, I think at the end of the day, she still wants to stick with the home that she initially liked, and that's perfectly fine. But we'll still give you the options, and we'll kind of leverage these builders against each other. Hey, we're ready to go with this one. Here's what they're offering, but we could come over here if you can get this done for our people. And I think we're going to see a lot of that when they're all just going to their grand openings right now and kind of competing to get their first sales. And from our sources that we have in these communities, because I do know a lot of people that are our reps that we've worked with before, there's some builders that have been selling pretty well. There's some that haven't sold anything. And I think I'll save that for, we won't rain on anybody's parade today. I'll save it for another episode. But there's a couple of builders out there that I walked into and I was not impressed by by what they were offering from a design standpoint and what they were selling the home price for. Maybe those were a couple of the builders that aren't getting too many sales right now.
Yep.
So,
they will have to adjust, right? They will have to
Mm-hmm.
adjust. Like if you're not selling, that means somebody's not buying, and either you have to adjust your product, or which really their product is their product already. I'm pretty sure they've chosen what they're going to put out there. Look at this wine cellar, but they're going to have to adjust their price points, right? So, the one thing about this type of market that we're in is that builders can't just build homes and say, screw you guys, come and buy it. We're working them now. Like we got the ball now. So it's a little different. Just to touch on what you were saying about giving them the comparable to what they want. Sometimes those conversations are a little tough because they know the home they want. They're in love with it. And we have to tell them the reason we're doing this is so we can leverage a little better for you. And maybe you like that other option that we've given you, but we're not doing it so you could. We want options because remember, we just said the ball is in our court. So we want to show everybody we have options. You guys need us.
That's exactly it. And we have a client right now we're working with out of South Florida, and he's trying to buy an investment property. And the fact that he doesn't have to buy right now is a leverage point that we have. So with the builders, we're like, we'll buy this home and we're ready to go. But unless you can come to this price, we just won't buy it. Or we're just going to buy the one with the other builder across the street because they'll work. So we do have, depending, and these are all case by case with everybody that we work with, different scenarios every time. But we find a way, even creative ways, to help our buyers get into these homes and get good deals. And we had a community working with. We had the builder; they were ready to offer to pay the HOA for the first year for us because it was like the last thing they could do to offer and help us.
Exactly.
So we're gonna figure something out. We might have to get a cleaning service for the first 2 months. I don't know what we're gonna do next, but we'll figure something out to make the deal a little bit sweeter for the people that are working with us.
I was with, by the way, team@morefla.com. That's the best way to reach us before you talk to the builder. I was with a ton of people nationally. I'm in this big ecosystem of like real estate agents that are getting coached all by like the top coach or whatnot. And they were like, what's your favorite part about real estate? And I thought about it. And what we were just talking about, like I go crazy over like working these deals. Like I love that. Obviously there's so much more to it, but like I would say that's like my fun part, right? Like going golfing is fun. I think like working for a deal is like fun. Like that's kind of my sport.
That's that's a good way to put it.
I
And
love it.
it does bring like it's like a sport. It does bring that like adrenaline rush,
Yeah.
when you like are able to close a deal in
Yeah.
good terms. It's like you made that accomplishment, you won the game, and it's kind of what's taken over our old men lives that we're coming into our
Yeah.
30s
No more
now,
soccer and football for us. We're like, we compete
my
in real
first
estate.
my first pickup soccer game, I pulled my hammy so hard in like
Yeah,
my
Corey. Hey,
12
by
minutes
the
of
way,
play.
yeah, if you're in town,
Mm.
Corey may be on crutches, people. If he's showing home, so he he might be on crutches.
Good thing we had a bye week this week, so I'm good to show homes this week.
By the way, did it snow in Florida? Did it snow where you were at?
I
It
no,
flurried.
no, not over
No?
here.
Okay,
I don't think
gotcha. I
so.
think North Florida it
No,
snowed.
up
Like
north.
Tallahassee was like they were riding like little sleds and stuff. It was crazy.
Hey, it's cold. It is cold over
Yeah.
here, though. Let me tell you, it is cold.
Hopefully,
But
when
this
everybody's
floor,
watching, you're checking out these finishes, right? That's the main point, right? We want to show you what they have to offer as a finish. Just about anything you want to do, even some
yeah,
structural stuff, not full customization, but just about anything you want to
hmm
do as far as a finish, they will have it here for you.
exactly. In the three homes that we were kind of showing today, the first one is the largest single story. You can build it as a bonus where you have a second floor that is a bonus room, a bedroom, and a bathroom. So I think that's a really cool feature too. If you do have maybe an older child that lives with you, or you do just want that separate loft space where people can hang out and not be as loud in the main entertainment space, a great feature that they offer with this one. Home number two, the Sonoma, has two owner suites. So there's a downstairs owner suite and an upstairs. Great for multi-generation families that are living together. If you have family coming in town, older kids again, or two families living together, perfect setup. And then the grand sale, we didn't even get to the upstairs yet, but this second floor loft, entertainment, I don't know what you call it, bar, hangout spot, whatever it is
Woo!
absolutely phenomenal.
Old
There's room
fashioned,
for
please. One
foosball,
old fashioned.
shuffleboard. There's a bar. There's a whole island and bar up there, and there's even a walkout patio to an upstairs balcony on the back end too.
I mean, they
This is a
really
really cool
highlighted the
spot.
black
I could see
features.
hosting. This whole house has the black and white features with the
Yeah.
wood tones, and it is. I walked in, and it is right up my alley. I was like, "Yep, this one right here, just
Check this
as
out.
is."
Check this out. You think they did that intentionally?
Surfboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they did. Of course they did. But yeah, this is a really cool entertainment area. There's four bedrooms upstairs with two Jack and Jill bathrooms, and there's a theater room up here as well.
I feel like we
So
do
you
need to
have this
mention
loft and a theater.
if
Good.
you want any or all information on any of these floor plans, if you want videos on these floor plans, because I'm pretty sure we have just about any home that's been completed by these builders, we have a video for. If not, we're going to find it for you.
Yeah.
Reach out to us, team at
Right.
morefla.com. We will get that over to you. These are the types of videos that we do for our clients. We are bringing it to you all to show you because if we found it to be very helpful. But these are the types of things we do for our clients, whether you're in town, not in town, leverage us. We are the boots on the ground for you as well as the experts in the area to help you out. You have anything else for them before we hop off?
No, I think we're good. This is just one of the many builders, and I'm really excited to get into all of the builders because like I said, we are going to be the Two Rivers people that know these reps, these floor plans, the lots, incentives, everything going on in this community is going to be it's going to be our hot spot for the next year.
I will say this lastly before we hop off here, and I've said it a few times already. Do not be the person that emails us that says, "Hey, I'm in a bind with the builder. Can you help me?" We cannot do nothing. I feel so bad for you all. One person was like, "I'm a subscriber,
I
please." I'm
know.
like, "I love you, but legally I can't do anything about it." So before you talk to the builder, team at morefla.com. If you made it this far, you hit that little thumbs up button. It'll make confetti. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.